Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. Today I'm sitting with lender Matt Gouget. Thanks for sitting with me today, Matt, going over a few topics. Matt is an excellent lender in the Sacramento area. If you're looking to get a mortgage, whether it's refinance or purchase, he's going to be able to help you out for sure, him and his team. So we're going to go over a few questions today. I want to talk about a lot of my buyer clients are usually somewhere in the down payment range of 5 to 20% down payment. What can you say just about pros and cons of each of those that would benefit maybe someone either doing 5 compared to the 20 and vice versa?
Sure. I think this is a super popular topic, and it comes up quite a bit. The problem with having a straight answer on this is that things change. And in the last 3 years, the biggest thing that has changed has been the price of mortgage insurance. It was always not necessarily a myth, but something that was touted by a lot of people is you've got to put 20% down because mortgage insurance is so expensive. And really looking back on 2016, 2017, it was partly true. If you were putting down 5% and buying a house for $500,000, you might have paid $375 a month in mortgage insurance. And over time, as mortgage insurance has gotten more competitive, as the market's been really healthy for a long time and there's been less defaults, mortgage insurance has gotten cheaper. Companies have been able to say, hey, we're not going to charge you such a premium for this because we see such a small default rate on a 5% down. And so now what we're dealing with in the last couple of years and in 2021 is you put 5% down, depending on your credit, and that's a big factor in this too. If you've got great credit, your mortgage insurance is next to nothing, in the whole scheme of things, if you're paying $84 a month or something like that. And so it's very scenario specific, just like anything in mortgage is. And so I'll always present all the options, but let's use that example of a $500,000 purchase. And let's say that somebody has total assets of $117,000. And they're trying to figure out, do I want to put down 5%? Do I want to put down 10? Do I want to put down 20? If you do 20% down, which is $100,000, and you're paying the title fees, a couple lender fees, you're setting up the escrow accounts, everything that's bundled into that quote unquote closing costs, and you're bringing, let's call it $110,000 to close, now you have $7,000 left in the bank. You're moving into a brand new house or if it's brand new to you, but it might be built in 1980. The hot water heater goes out, the air conditioner breaks down. You don't know for sure, but you might have repairs. You might have a kitchen set that your wife's interested in. You might have some furniture that you want to buy. It's never a good idea to have next to nothing in reserves, in my opinion, a lot of people's opinions. So that's a factor to take into consideration. Also, in your total budget, let's use that same example. You got $117,000 to work with, and you and your spouse make good money. And so if you look at the payment for 5%, 10%, 20% down, it might only be a few $100s. And you might realize, hey, with 5% down, now I'm putting 25 plus closing costs. Now I'm putting 35. I've still got 80,000 in the bank. We can remodel the bathroom that we talked about because, we got a deal on this house, but the master bath is original from 1980. And so I think that is something that you want to consider is monthly payment above all else, I think. And when I'm talking to people, I'm making it super simple. $35,000 out of pocket, here's what your monthly payment is. If you're putting $60,000 out of pocket, the 10% down scenario, here's what your monthly payment is. $110,000, here's what your monthly payment is. And you kind of work through that and realize, okay, I don't want my payment as high as it is with the 5% down option, but the 10% down option, we're totally comfortable with that. Then we've got the $57,000 left in the bank. We can do a few things. We can have our emergency fund and things of that nature. And so, with all that being said, I am personally, with rates this low, a fan of a lower down payment. And a lot of folks might not agree with that. And maybe you're in a position where you've got $232,000 to work with, and 20% isn't all of your reserves. But for a lot of people, the safety of having more money in the bank, more reserves, more emergency fund or whatever you want to call it, is a lot more important than the $225 per month in monthly payment difference. So that's that. I know there's going to be some folks that are just like, oh my gosh, he's promoting 5% down, and that's more risky for folks. But a 30-year fixed rate mortgage with a really low mortgage insurance premium isn't a very high risk endeavor in my opinion. One last thing I'll say on that is that it does depend on your credit score. If you've got a 695 credit score, you're going to pay a lot higher mortgage insurance than if you have a 780. And so in some of those circumstances, we'll look at it, oh gosh, if you're going to pay $380,000 in mortgage insurance, let's put 10%, or let's put 20%, because you're going to save a ton. And that, mortgage insurance it's not going to your principal. It's basically a higher interest rate is what it is, because it's, you're paying it. It's not going really towards anything. So that's that.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that Matt and his team, what they do when they get you pre-approved is they're going to give you, hey, here's your options in your scenario. And it's ultimately your choice. What am I most comfortable with? What do I want more reserves and a lower down payment, knowing my monthly's going to be a little bit higher, or put a little bit more towards that down payment and adjust. And Matt and his team are going to walk you through all those scenarios, educate you, and really help you through the process so you can make a good informed decision. So thanks for chatting about that today. Feel free to reach out to Matt about any mortgage questions. You can reach out to me, any buying, selling real estate in the Sacramento area. We both look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.